Good day children, Sairam and welcome back to our sixth lesson, beginning of the freedom movement. This is the fourth session of this lesson children. In the previous session we have already learnt about the partition of Bengal, about the anti-partition movement that took place among the Indians. Okay, then we have also learned about the differences caused in the Indian National Congress. Okay, wherein we also saw that Lala Lajpat Rai tried to act as a mediator to solve this problem. Okay, as well as even Lokmanya Tilak told that this is a national platform for the Indians to gather together. It should not be divided, but all was in vain. Okay, let's continue over here. During this session, the tension was increasing. Instead of becoming lesser and lesser, the tension went on increasing. And there was no sign of any compromise between the Indian National Congress people, that is, between the moderates and the extremists. And at last, finally, there was a split in the Indian National Congress. Okay, the moderates and the extremists were totally split into two parts. Now the Indian National Congress was divided into two parts, that is moderates and the extremists. Okay, next we will learn about the suppression of the British. Now during the anti-partition movement, the Britishers had seen how there was a protest among the people, how the people were protesting. Okay, they saw this. Now seeing this, they decided to use the policy of suppression so that they can stop all this. Okay, for that reason, they started to put a ban on public meetings. Okay, they passed on the rule that nobody should hold any public meetings. Okay, not only this, if the school children were found together on the roads and all, they were beaten up because of it. Okay, then restrictions were put on the newspapers. Okay, then the editors, then the writers, they were imprisoned. Many of the printing press were confiscated. Okay, why they were confiscated? On grounds of criticizing the government. They blame the printing press that they are criticizing the government, and the printing press was confiscated. Okay, strict actions were taken against all the extremist people. Okay, then because of this, what happened? The revolutionaries adopted the means of firing now. Okay, there was no alternative left for them. For that reason, what did the revolutionaries do? They adopted the means of firing, then bomb blast. Okay, such type of things they started doing now. Okay, just because of this suppression brought by the British. Now this bomb blast, the bomb attacks which were taking place, this was advocated through Kesari newspaper. Okay, it was advocated through Kesari newspaper by Lokmanya Tilak, because of which what happened? The Britishers imprisoned Lokmanya Tilak for nearly 6 years in the Mandalay jail at Myanmar. Okay, so Lokmanya Tilak was sent to imprisonment. Okay, then Bipin Chandra Pal was also sentenced to jail, as well as Lala Lajpat Rai was deported from Punjab. That means he was removed from Punjab. Legal action was taken against him and he was removed from Punjab. In this way, these three people, that is Lal, Bal and Pal, okay, they all acted against the suppression of the British. Okay, you can see over here Lal, Bal, Pal. These are the pictures of these three people who struggled against the offensive rule of the British. Next is establishment of the Muslim League. Once again, the British decided to follow the policy of divide and rule, which they thought was very much easier to rule in India. So what they did, according to this divide and rule, they started using the propaganda. Okay, so they started using the propaganda. What is the propaganda over here? Propaganda here means a exaggerated statement. Okay, that according to which they told the people that they told the Muslim people that for safeguarding the interests of the Muslim, they should have a separate political organization. Okay, so here divide and rule, the Britishers started using the divide and rule. And why did they use the propaganda of safeguarding the interests of the Muslims? Were they in favor of the Muslims? No. They just wanted to divide the Hindus and the Muslims. For that reason, they started telling the Muslims that they should also have a separate political organization. So now, this Muslim got the motivation from the Britishers. Okay, because of the motivation from the Britishers, a committee of upper class Muslim people, okay, a committee was formed under the leadership of Aga Khan, and they went and met Governor General Lord Minto. Okay, so as they got a motivation, they were not knowing that the Britishers were trying out divide and rule policy over here. Okay, so what did the Muslim people do? They form a group. Okay, they form a committee. Okay, and went and met the Governor General Lord Minto, and under him, okay, under Lord Minto, the Muslim League was established in 1906. Okay, so Muslim League was established in the year 1906. So in this way we can say the Hindus and the Muslims were separated over here. Okay, so establishment of the Muslim League. Here is the picture of Lord Minto, Morley Minto. Now what is this Morley Minto Act? Okay, according to this Morley Minto Act, okay, Morley Minto Act, which of 1909, this was a temporary remedy. Okay, it was a temporary remedy for the discontent which was there among the Indians. You all must be knowing the Indians were very much unhappy because of the policy of the British. Okay, so much of poverty was there in India. Okay, many of the educated Indians were not getting government jobs and all. Okay, then the unjust behavior of the Britishers towards the Indians in Africa. All this was a discontent in the minds of the Indians. Now to cover up all this, a temporary remedy was made by the Britishers. Okay, what was the temporary remedy? Morley Minto Act of 1909. Now according to this Morley Minto Act, it was told to the people that there will be increased number of Indians in legislative assembly. Okay, more number of people will be there in the legislative assembly. Then the Muslims will get a separate electorate in the legislative assembly. Okay, so like this they got the according to the Morley Minto Act, these were the rules put up in front of the Indians. Now according to this, if you can see over here, the Morley Minto Act actually was a conspiracy of the Britishers. Okay, to sow the seed of division in the minds of the Indians. Okay, this Morley Minto Act was just a conspiracy of the Britishers to sow the seed of division in the Indians. Okay, so that there will be a division among the Indians, and it will be very much easy for the Britishers to rule over India. Okay, so here also the Divide and Rule Act was taking place. Next thing what we are going to learn is Lucknow Pact. Now what is this Lucknow Pact? In the Lucknow session, okay, the Indian National Congress was going to meet again in the Lucknow session. Okay, under the leadership of Lokmanya Tilak, who tried ways and means, okay, to resolve the dispute in the Indian National Congress. In this Lucknow Pact only, an agreement was made between the Indian National Congress and the Muslim League. Okay, an agreement was made in between the Indian National Congress and the Muslim League, according to which the Muslims will get a separate electorate. Okay, the Muslims will get a separate electorate. In return of that, the Muslim League should support the Indian National Congress in its work for getting political rights to the Indians. So this was the Lucknow Pact. What was the Lucknow Pact about? The Lucknow Pact was, the agreement was signed between the Indian National Congress and the Muslim League, according to which the Muslim League will get a separate electorate, as well as the Muslim League should support the Indian National Congress in its work for getting political rights for the Indians. That was the aim of the Lucknow Pact. Understood, children? Next we are going to learn is Home Rule Movement. What is a Home Rule Movement? Home Rule Movement here means self-government or self-rule. Okay, this is our country and we should our rule only in our country. That is only called as Home Rule Movement. In the year 1914, Lokmanya Tilak was released from the Mandalay jail. Okay, Lokmanya Tilak was released that time only. Already the First World War had started in Europe. And now, in this First World War which had started in Europe, even the Indians were facing the consequences of this First World War. Although the Indians were not participating in this war, but then also the consequences was borne by the Indians also. How? The basic necessities, the rate of the basic necessities was increasing because the Britishers were administrating in India, and they were also a part of this First World War. So directly or indirectly the Indians were also pulled into this war, and they were also bearing the consequences of this war. Many restrictions were put on the Indians by the British regarding this war. Okay, so at that time only what happened, Dr. Annie Besant and Lokmanya Tilak, okay, they started the Home Rule Movement. Okay, here Dr. Annie Besant was a British writer. She was a British writer and she believed that this is India and we should have our own rule over here. Okay, that is rule of the Indians. So, Dr. Annie Besant and Lokmanya Tilak, both of them, they started the Home Rule Movement in India. You can see over here the picture of Dr. Annie Besant and Lokmanya Tilak. Now, what is this Home Rule? Home Rule means self-government. Okay, Home Rule Movement demanded right of the self-government in India. Dr. Annie Besant and Lokmanya Tilak, they made extensive tour in the different parts of the country. Okay, and just because of this tour of Lokmanya Tilak and Annie Besant, what happened? The demand for self-government had reached to the common people also. The common people also came to know the importance of self-government or self-rule in India. Lokmanya Tilak also firmly stated that Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Okay, this was the slogan of Lokmanya Tilak. Swaraj is my birthright and I shall have it. Next thing, First World War and India. Okay, the war atmosphere in Europe. The war atmosphere which was there in Europe, the growing dissatisfaction in the minds of the Indians, then the popularity of the Home Rule Movement, all this was very much hectic for the Britishers now. In such a condition, the Britishers wanted cooperation from the Indians. So what they did, to get cooperation from the Indians, they decided to provide them with some political rights. According to which, in the year 1917, Edwin Montagu was selected as the Secretary of the State of India and he was sent over here. And what he did? He declared that the Indians will get their rights. Okay, but they will get step by step. You will not get it all together. You will get your self-government right step by step. Okay, this was the declaration done by Edwin Montagu. Okay. So, listening to this, hearing this, what Lokmanya Tilak did? Lokmanya Tilak also declared that if the government is ready to help us, is ready to show sympathy and considerable attitude towards our demand, only then the Indian public will cooperate with the Britishers. Okay, this is how Tilak reacted to Edwin Montagu's declaration. Okay, this policy of Lokmanya Tilak is also known as responsive cooperation. Okay, it was a response to the declaration done by the Britishers. So it is called as responsive cooperation. I hope children you all have understood till here. Okay, let's continue. We can see over here the picture of Edwin Montagu and Lord Chelmsford. Okay, why I have shown you this picture, I'll tell you now. Here is the Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act. Okay, what is Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act? This act actually was passed in the year 1990, and according to this, okay, very less important departments were transferred to the Indian ministers. Okay, very less departments were transferred to the Indian ministers, while the main departments like the affairs department, that is the home affairs, revenue department, the financial department, these were the main departments. The main departments were with the Britishers only. What is the use of this then? The less important departments were transferred to the Indian ministers, and the main departments were kept with the government itself. So because of this, there was a lot of disappointment because of this act among the Indians. Okay, so this act, that is the Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act, was criticized by Tilak in the words, "This is neither Swaraj nor its foundation." Okay, this is not at all Swaraj, this is not its foundation also. What is the use of this? Now, because of this Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act, the Indians now understood that whatever agitation we are following, that is not at all enough. We need to be more rigorous in this. Okay, this is what the Indians understood from this Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act, according to which now the Indians got prepared for a new movement. Okay, to get Swaraj. Okay, or to get freedom from the Britishers. Okay children, I hope you all have understood what is this Montagu-Chelmsford Reform Act. Okay children, what have we learned till now over here in this part? We have learned about the First World War in India. Okay, then we have learned about the Home Rule movement. Okay, then we have learned about the Lucknow Pact and the Morley-Minto Act. These are the things which we have learned in this part of the lesson. I hope children, you all have understood this part very well, and this lesson is over. Okay children. Thank you children.